So now with this one, you're supposed to figure out which one has less beats and by how many number of beats is it less by. Now this one's adding up all the quarter notes. So basically adding up how many quarter notes there are. All right. So in the example you had, how many quarter notes are in a whole note? 4, and then 2 quarter notes. You have 2 quarter notes. How many quarter notes are in a half note? 2. How many 8 notes there are in a quarter note? There are 2 in 1 quarter note. All right, so let's go through this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 quarter notes, 5, and 6. It's really bad 5, sorry. Okay, 2 quarter notes in half note, remember? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So which is shorter? A. By how many beats? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many in a whole note? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So A is shorter by 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means B is shorter by 3 beats. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So A is shorter by 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So B is shorter by 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A by 2. All right, so now what we're doing is we're rewriting these rhythms and replacing them from ties and putting them into a dot. All right. So 1, 2, 3. 2 of these can be a half note, and then 1 of these a dot. Remember that the dot is half of a half note, so that means it's a quarter note. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then we just need a quarter. All right. So you got 2 and 1 again, and then those 2 are the same. So if you played this, someone plays it, this, and this will all sound the same. 2 quarters make a half note, so you have 1 half and a quarter. Right? Remember, 2 eighth notes make a quarter note, and half of that is an eighth, so that's the dot. So you have a dotted quarter, eighth, and then eighth, dotted quarter. These 2, remember, make half There's one. Remember, these two make a quarter, and then 2 quarters make the half. All right, this is a whole note. So these two make a half note. Half of a whole note is a half note, so that's equal to a dot. So that is the same. 2 8th notes. This makes a quarter. This makes a quarter plus a dot. And then standard 8th note. 2 8ths. Where these two make a quarter, this one will make a dot. Alright, so now we're going replacing all the dots with ties. So quarter, quarter. I gotta tie this, so I'm gonna make this a quarter, and that's equal to an 8th note, remember? So we're going to have 2 8th notes tied. Alright, so you got to replace that. So it could either be that, or if you wanted to have 3 quarters here, you can do that too. Both of those are correct. And then 2 8ths. All right, this one again, we got to make a quarter and 1/8. So you got to kind of split that up. Another 1/8 quarter. So we're doing five, a quarter, 2 8ths. So it turns into a quarter, 1/8 note, so a quarter, and 2 8 notes. So a quarter, 1/8, and tie. Those two tied. And then this one's that one for a quarter, and that's going to be tied here. That's equal to a quarter note. This one, half of the quarter, tie it, and then a couple 8ths. 1/8, a couple quarters tied, a couple 8th notes tied. Remember, this is an 8th note, so quarter, 2 8ths, tie that, and then quarter, quarter. And the last one, 2 8ths, to a quarter, and then half note. Remember, that's a 8th note. All right. All right. Now we're turning these into rests. So it's just a basic perfect equivalent. So whatever if it's a quarter note, it's quarter rest. 8th note, 8th rest. All right. So half note, half rest, quarter rest, 8th rest, 8th rest. Whole rest, 8th rest, 8th rest, quarter rest. Half rest with a dot, quarter rest, dot, 8th and quarter rest. Eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, quarter rest, dot. Quarter rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, half rest. This last one, they kind of grouped them into threes instead of twos. Doesn't make a difference because you're still converting these, so half rest, quarter rest, half rest. Eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, quarter rest dot, eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest. All right. Quarter rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, quarter rest, dot also. Eighth rest, eighth rest, eighth rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, dot, half rest. There you go. So ask me any questions if you have any, and I will see you in the next video.